Here are 10 men's fragrances you can wear all year. Don't box them into a specific season, please. Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Garen Flowers. I'm a top 1% earner on TikTok Shop focused on fragrances for men and women. And in this video, I want to talk about fragrances you can wear all year. When I'm selling, a lot of people ask, what season is this good for? Certain fragrances, yeah, they're like very citrusy and bright, and they might be great for just spring and summer, the season we're in right now. Some fragrances are, a bit heavier and warm and cinnamon and spicy and might just be good for more colder weather. But then there's certain fragrances that just are amazing all year and you don't want to put them away when the season changes, okay? Before we start, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. I talk about all things fragrance and I have a lot of other fun content too. I think you'd enjoy being in this community. So give me a sub if you like this video and let's get into it. I'm gonna start with my favorite one right now, and that is New York City of Dreams by Latafa. This fragrance is inspired by French Defense, so this works for French Defense or New York City of Dreams. This fragrance is like a bright, boozy cherry. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a little bit cooler when you spray it on your body, but it has a woody dry down. So this fragrance is gonna give you that just ultimate gorgeous smell that you can wear all year and get compliments. This is my most complimented fragrance right now, and I love wearing it. Once again, it has cherry, mimosa, and cognac. It has a little bit of rose, and then that woody dry down. With New York City of Dreams or French Defense, I don't necessarily recommend for work because it is so strong and compliment getting. So I think every other situation outside of work, whether that's a date night, whether that's hanging out with friends, out with family, I think it's really good for that. Maybe not like a workout or a run or anything like that. Any type of situation outside of work. Next, let's go with Louis Vuitton Imagination. I think this is one of the most beautiful fragrances ever created. I think it was absolutely genius. It's that like aquatic tea, fresh, woody smell, and it goes for imagination or all the inspired by fragrances, just like Marwa. So Imagination, Marwa, Bougerami, Hectic. There's so many fragrances that are cloning Louis Vuitton Imagination, so it works for all of them. Once again, it has like a little bit of a citrus opening. It's very strong and aquatic. It has a nice woody dry down. I mean, this scent profile is amongst the most amazing ever created. And even though it might be perfect for spring and summer, I think it's one of those, you're not gonna wanna put it down when the fall and winter hits. So with Imagination and all the fragrances that smell like it, I think they're good for outdoorsy type situations, some professional situations where maybe you're not close to someone, because this is a very strong fragrance. So it's probably not the best one if you're like up close to someone at like a movie theater or sitting next to someone in a cubicle or something like that. I think this is really good for those situations where you're outdoors or you're in a big group of people, especially when you're around a lot of people, because your fragrance is gonna really stand out when you're amongst so many people where there's so many different scents and smells all over the place. Third, we have that 1 Million by Paco Rabanne, that gold bar bottle. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic with the grapefruit and the mint and the blood mandarin. This fragrance is just like a beautiful classic one for the fellas. It's so good. This is one of those fragrances you can wear in any situation. Work, date, hanging out with friends, maybe even working out as well. This is one of those fragrances where you can wear this pretty much anywhere, and I don't think that it would be an issue. Next is gonna be another favorite of mine, YSL Le Parfum. Now there's also an Eau de Parfum version, so this goes for the Le Parfum and the Eau de Parfum. This fragrance is a nice manly one. It's so good. Oh, this smells fantastic. This has got black pepper and orange blossom, bourbon, vanilla. So it's a nice, like kind of like creamy, woody fragrance with a little bit of sweetness at the top. This is another one of those fragrances you could pretty much wear anywhere. I think it's work safe. I think it's definitely great for date night. Once again, maybe not working out type fragrance, but other than that, pretty much anywhere except for like working out and sweating, wear this fragrance pretty much anywhere else and any time of the year. This fragrance is not one you're gonna put down. In fact, you're probably gonna wear it for special occasions because it smells that good and it's a little bit pricier, so you're gonna wanna use this one sparingly, but this is one that's hard to put down, YSL Le Parfum. Next is another masterpiece. This is JPG Le Male Elixir. This fragrance is so fantastic. I think this one has the most seductiveness of everything we've talked about so far. Oh, it's got that like minty lavender spice to it. And this is probably, like I said, the most seductive of them all. This is a date night fragrance that you do not want to put away regardless of the season. I think this would easily impress your date no matter what you're doing or where you're going. This fragrance is fantastic. Probably not the best for work because it is a bit of a sensual, seductive fragrance. You can wear it to work, but I would just put less sprays on in that point. But yeah, any type of situation where you're going to meet people, going on a date, you want to go out, meet someone special, you know, get some attention. This is a good attention getter. This is a good compliment getting fragrance that smells fantastic. One of my favorites of all time. Incredible. The next fragrance is one that has just like that classic designer smell to it. It's very professional, very manly. And this is one of my favorites, Jimmy Choo Man Blue. I know I'm saying everything is my favorite. I love all these fragrances, so it makes sense. But Jimmy Choo Man Blue, this was one of my first fragrances that got me into fragrance content. I fell in love with this so much that I just wanted to talk about it. And that is kind of what sparked my interest in really talking about fragrances so much. This is an eau de toilette, so it's on the lower end of the totem pole of fragrance oil, so it's not gonna last as long, but it does have good projection and it will last through your work shift. I do think it's a great work fragrance. Fantastic for that. I think you can also wear this one in any occasion. So very similar to 1 Million. I think this is one of those that's good for any occasion. You can wear this to work, dates, hanging out with friends, family gatherings, working out even. A beautiful fragrance. It's not super expensive. It is a classy designer that is not going to break the bank, and you can wear in so many settings. So this is one of those that you're gonna get a lot of play with this one. It's very versatile, all right? Jimmy Choo Man Blue. This next one is one where I don't know if a lot of people know about this. Moncler Sunrise Pour Homme. I was very surprised by this fragrance. I didn't know much about the brand, Moncler. I didn't know much about just what they do. This is an outdoor brand. It makes those outdoor type products for like skiing and stuff like that. Moncler is a luxury brand that makes like clothes and shoes and just has that focus on outdoor sports and outdoor just like activities. And this fragrance is a beautiful, beautiful scent. Oh, it's got like that new store, maybe hotel lounge type smell. You know, when you walk in and you're like, oh, this smells fresh. Like, I know this is a new store or this is a hotel lounge that has a beautiful scent. Oh, it's just absolutely incredible. You know, once again, I didn't hear much about this, so I imagine this one is not one of the most known fragrances out there, but it's one that you gotta put on your radar for sure. The notes in here, we've got pink pepper, bergamot, lemon, as well as sage. The sage in there is great. It's got suede, that's great. Some nutmeg, Haitian vetiver, frankincense, and patchouli. This one you're gonna be smelling on yourself the whole time. So that's the only thing you gotta worry about is like, you might just be out with people like, what's going on with you? And it's like, I smell amazing right now. Next is one of the most recognizable and potent fragrances out there. That is Baccarat Rouge 540. I think BR 540 is probably my favorite unisex fragrance. It comes out very bright and like candy-like. So it probably initially when you smell it, you think leans feminine, but I know a lot of men that wear this fragrance and I wear it and it smells fantastic. It is a jasmine saffron fragrance that I don't know what's in here, but it is so strong and so potent. I don't know what about it makes it so good at projecting, but it is one of the best fragrances when it comes to projection. This one is a fragrance that's hard to not be noticed when you're wearing it because it just has this beautiful aura, a beautiful presence that you're just like a walking cloud of positivity and just like bliss when you have on this fragrance. Baccarat is another one. BR 540 is another one that is heavily cloned. A lot of different fragrances are inspired by this one. So many, just like Untold from Armaf and another one called Crimson Veil. I mean, so many fragrances. So you could wear those or Baccarat 540. You're not gonna put this fragrance down, whether it's winter, fall, summer, spring, whatever. You are gonna wanna wear this one. It stands out. Not a good work fragrance in my opinion because of how strong it is and because of how good it projects, but fantastic date night fragrances. One of the best when it comes to date night. If you wanna impress your date and like check off the mark of like, this person smells good, Baccarat 540 is going to do that because it has that sensual, beautiful smell to it, bright smell to it, where I think it like puts you in a good place, puts you in a good energy with this kind of fragrance. And it just like is going to stick as well on that date night or going out with friends, going to a concert, doing different things. It's a fun fragrance. So anything fun that you're going to be doing, this is the one. Maybe not the best for work, but everything else, I think you can get that BR 540 on there. And last, but definitely not least, is Creed Absolu Aventus. Absolu Aventus is one of the most like interesting scents. And when I smelled it for the first time, I was like, oh, this is interesting. It's a spicy pineapple. And so along with Absolu Aventus, very similar to Imagination, there's a lot of different clones to this fragrance, a lot of iterations, fragrances inspired by, just like this one, Armaf Club de Nuit Intense Man. This is a very strong version of it. This is very potent. A lot of people say that Intense Man is like a much stronger version of Absolu Aventus. But you also have Afnan Supremacy Collector's Edition. You have Absolute Noir from Australia. There's, like I said, a lot of different fragrances are cloning this one and inspired by. And so this is one that does have a spicy, warm pineapple smell to it. So you might fancy wearing it during the fall and winter. However, this fragrance stands out regardless of the time of year. It is so strong and so potent and so good. It is one that surprisingly performs well in the gym. And I know this because a friend of mine wore Supremacy Collector's Edition to the gym. And I was like, you went to the gym? Did you sweat? Because you smell great right now. Like, I smelled his scent. It smelled good. It wasn't offensive. And it didn't stink when he started to stink. So Absolu Aventus and all of the different iterations of it, I think are great, great fragrances that you can wear all year. Now, where should you wear it? Once again, the gym is a good one. I think a date night is another great one for it. Work, maybe not the best work fragrance because it is so strong. And once again, maybe at work, you don't want to have that scent that just like follows you around with all that sillage and that projection. But one you can wear outside of work, pretty much anywhere, workout, date, friends, everything. So that is one you definitely got to check out, Absolu Aventus and all the different versions of it. So that is the 10 fragrances I think you can wear year round. If you like this video, give it a like, share it. Thank you for watching. If you want me to do a part 2, let me know because I've got a ton of fragrances that can go on this list. It was kind of hard to choose these 10. So just let me know. And once again, thanks for watching and hit that sub button.